Hi. Thank you so much for meeting with me, Kayla.
Thank
How are
you.
you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Very good. All righty. So I've taken a peek at your resume. We've talked about some of your skill set, some of the things
Hmm.
that you've done in the past.
Hmm.
So what I'd like to do right now is I'd like to talk about your job at Florida Technical College. So tell me a little bit about what you did there.
Yes, of course. So I was a career services coordinator, and what I did was I assisted the students with finding job placements within the field of their study that they were trained for. I also assisted with going out to different sites and getting employers to come on campus to recruit students that way as well. Um, and I also prepared student files. It was very comprehensive, preparing student files, making sure that we had the necessary documents, making sure that I was also reaching out to the students to make sure that they knew of the services that we offered to them. And, it was a job that I was very passionate about, being able to assist students with finding jobs was definitely a rewarding feeling because I've been there. I know what it's like. So yeah.
And then I see that you did work in the real estate
Yes.
world for a
Yes,
couple
ma'am.
years. And I know that industry definitely has lots of ebb and flows.
Yes,
When
ma'am.
business is good, they need extra help. They need people doing loans. When the business is a little more flatlined, you know,
Mm-hmm.
less support is needed. So um,
Yes.
that goes without saying on your resume. And then of course, COVID, all of
Mhm.
all of that combined. So I also see something that I'd like for you to tell me a little bit about. I
Yeah.
see you have your MBA. Tell me about
Yes,
that.
ma'am. Yes. I decided to go back to school. I never thought that I would ever do that, go back to school. And I just decided to pursue my MBA. And I started in 2019 and I completed it in 2021. It's, whenever anybody asks me um, what I'm most proud of is getting my MBA. So that's
Okay,
definitely an accomplishment for sure. So,
wonderful. Absolutely.
mhm, mhm.
Um, Now I see that I was looking at your information here. So tell me a little bit about your case management work.
Yes, ma'am. At Action for Boston Community Development.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was there. It was actually my first real job back in 2001. And I was with the company for 10 years. I started off as a administrative assistant, then on to a data administrator. Then I went on to be a case manager. And so what I did was I assisted our clients with housing assistance, with food service, fuel assistance, referrals as well. I also did a lot of translation services for our Spanish-speaking clients. I assisted them with contacting like utility companies, for example, or assisting them with filling out some sort of application that they needed assistance with. Also during the summer, I was also a youth service specialist. And so basically we gave youth jobs, we gave them placements around the Boston area. And I oversaw their, what they were doing there, if they needed any assistance with any career services, career exploration, conflict resolution, things like that. So, and I also did provide a lot of counseling service as well aside. I did have a lot of clients that were experiencing some very major, life changes.
Mm-hmm.
I was there I was able to assist them through that as well. I have a bachelor's in psychology, so that definitely kind of played into that and tied into that. So it was a very
Okay.
rewarding job for sure.
Yeah, I can see. And actually,
Yeah.
you lit up when I asked you about
Yeah.
that. So more so than some of the other positions that you had talked about.
Yes,
So it does seem that you do have a passion for helping people.
yes,
Um,
ma'am.
and providing that type of counseling and that type of specialty that kind of
Mhm.
all ropes back into your recruitment, your your job at Florida Technical College and so forth. And then I did want to just point out that there was a brief lapse in employment on your resume, and that of course is very understandable because you were in school and
Yes.
you were doing some temp roles during that time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, great. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this part of the interview, but don't go anywhere because we have a few more
Okay.
things to talk about.
Okay. Yes. Uh-huh.